back with another 2 perspectives, and this one's going to be about building your bag.
So we're going to work on telling you guys what we think are the essentials that you should be putting into your bag so you have a really complete and total bag.
So when I look to build my bag, I always take into account what course I'm playing. So sometimes I'll carry a couple extra discs, but my general rule of thumb is I like to keep discs in 5s. And what I mean by that is I have things in this 5 spectrum from super overstable to overstable, stable, slightly understable to super understable. So this allows me to have all the shots that I will need on the course. So I can throw my straight shots, I can throw flex shots, I can start to work discs to do exactly what I want them to do. Another thing that I also like to keep in mind is discs that are versatile, that I can throw for multiple shots. Like the Convict for me is a great understable disc. I throw it for turnovers, I throw it for straight shots, and I even throw it for rollers. So having discs that do multiple things, I think is a very, very important part to building your bag. So these are my Felons. I know I talk a lot about the Felon and it's one of my favorite discs, but I have 5 different Felons from super understable to slightly understable, straight, stable, slightly overstable, and a brand new one that is more overstable. This allows me to trust the disc in my hand. I'm used to throwing the Felon. I like the Felon feel for both sidearm and backhand, so I can trust the disc no matter what shot I have to throw. So when it comes to the slower speed discs, when it comes to mid-ranges and putters, having a good variety is very key as well. So having some throwers in your putters, I think is really, really important, because you don't necessarily want to throw your putting putters, hit a tree, and it totally changes the flight for your putts. So I like to have a good difference in my putters, straight to understable to straight to overstable. But then when you bump up to your mid-ranges, having a good variety is really, really important, making sure that you can attack every shot and you can slow down on the disc to let the disc do the work, especially when we're at a course like we are now in Maple Hill for the Vibram Open. You gotta have versatility and you gotta be able to hit some shots slowing down. So definitely keeping a good difference between the Emacs, Claymores, and Justices. I feel like I have all the tools in my bag to attack the course.
When it comes to building a bag, for me, I definitely like to make sure that I have a very overstable disc and very understable disc and a little bit of variance in between all of those. When you are scrambling, sometimes you need a shot to be very specific, and I like to make sure that I have that kind of variety in my bag. Also, I do look to keep a very few molds in my bag. I have 3 Trespasses that are all beat in a little bit different, and same 3 Furies that are all beat in a little bit different. Each one of them does something a little bit different, but the way the rim feels in my hand is really nice. It's something that I like and I know that I'm good with. And so finding those discs that feel good for me and that I know how to throw every time, and just rely on the disc to do a little bit more work for you. I also keep a couple extra putters in my bag. I use those a lot for upshots, both sidearm and backhand. I actually don't use different putters for my throwing putters. I don't mind when they get junked up a little bit, it doesn't bother me, but if it does bother you, I'd suggest getting a different plastic, maybe a little more resilient plastic for your throwing putters. Something I think is really important is having some utility discs, such as, for me, a Felon or a Criminal, and then also a Justice. Something very overstable that's going to be reliable in any kind of wind, and also just something that can get you left no matter what situation you're in. Having discs like that you can absolutely rely on 100% can really help your game. But then also I love bagging something understable that I can throw really soft or even really hard and get it to flip and turn the other way. So having a good variety I think is really the most important part to building a bag, but also having molds that feel good to you, that you're confident throwing. Hopefully those are some good tips to help you build your bag so you can attack the course.
Thanks for watching.